One of the most exciting inventions in video making and filmmaking is the invention of gimbals or Steadicams. Would you agree?
I would. There was a movie that came out recently called 1917 that was shot almost exclusively with gimbals because they had to make the movie look like it was one continuous take, essentially. Now, what a gimbal or Steadicam is essentially a device that an operator uses to be able to move around freely through a space and still keep the camera motion smooth.
And the gimbal allows you to have a very cinematic look. It adds movement because you're following the main characters. It makes it very exciting, and I think it allows the audience to feel like they're part of the action as well. One thing that we do usually when we go to a project, we're always running a gimbal and then another camera taking the beauty shots, right? But tell me, as an operator, what are some of the tricks to making a gimbal look great?
Sure, well, the name of the game is smooth. Now, the gimbal does a lot to help you get that look, but as an operator, you want to be moving smoothly. You want your whole body to be working as a unit. You don't want to be bouncing
so
up and
how
down.
do you do that?
Yeah, so depending on how you're holding it, it's better to have a close center of gravity. You don't usually walk with straight legs. You bend your knees a little bit, and you try to move forward and back instead of walking up and down like this. If you're turning left or right, you're really using your core, you're using your body to create almost like a crane type move.
And what happens when you have to walk backwards?
Well, hopefully you got someone nearby that you can ask to either grab the back of your belt, or someone that can guide you backwards, because if you can't see where you're going, obviously that can be pretty disastrous. So always best done with a co-operator or somebody to help you out.
And then the focus, because you're not really being able to touch too much?
Sure. So if you have a gimbal, a lot of them will now come with what's called a follow focus wheel that you can attach to the lens and then plug that into the gimbal. That can allow you to operate focus while you're also operating the movement. And if you're really skilled, you just might be able to touch the lens itself as you're operating, but that can be a little tricky because you don't want to be too resistant to the gimbal's movement. So if the gimbal wants to move this way, if you're holding onto the lens, that could really screw up the gears. So you just want to be cognizant of that.
Very cool. Well, and for all of these reasons, we love our gimbal.
Love it.